And we're back. Back. We're back.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Try Not to Grin. We're Sorry. Welcome back. We're back in the Discord. I do want to do some Reddits pretty soon here, so that's probably the next batch of these that will be out. As us covering some goofy, fun Reddit nonsense, and that should let you guys build up some more stuff in the Discord, so it should be good to go. But for right now, we still got a little more stuff in our Discord, so this may be a shorter video, but I wanted to round it out because I want to see the motherfucking PlayStation memes. Because, again, time slot is that PlayStation just had their conference a couple days ago, and apparently people are shitting all over it, which, again, may be a freak, but I don't mind the look of the console. I like it being kind of like futuristic nonsense, you know? And this is a meme that we've already read, but it is wonderful. You feel free to read if you so desire. Panzer Shrek, consider the fucking warning. Sorry, wrong person, ... Who's the right person? Who the hell is the right person for this? What kind of nonsense? Notice if you come on my property, I will beat you off. Well, okay then. Maybe it's a fucking giant hairy dude, you know? Or maybe some of you, I don't know. I'm so f***ing wet, baby. Give it to me now, baby. Me with umbrella, no. Okay. See, when I read it like that, it's mostly because I'm like, I'm not gonna show this. I'm not gonna put any effort in because I know it's gonna get cut. But then it was, it had a nice ending, I guess. I get some of most, if not all of like the things where I'm just like, I don't know, dude. I'm in Canada. What are you saying to me? Okay. I could be. Do you want me to listen or do you want me to give advice? Because I have nothing for you. Usually I can come up with any sort of advice, but this thing, nothing. Fucking nothing. It's like way too complicated of things to think about. Women can do anything men can do, but can you do this? Well, depending on like a weird specificity of naming and calling things, potentially. Daddy. Okay, that's pretty. It's pretty legit. Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why I gave it the Pokemon inflection. Regardless, people be shitting on this. This is great, but I don't know why. I think it's, man. It's just I feel like so many times, like you know how I've reset like 6 times there. Forgive me, but. Do you know how you find some people who are like, I feel like you can tell the difference between someone who has like a genuine opinion of something that they don't like and they feel like strongly about why they don't like it because of moral implications or whatever it may be. But then there's some people who have some like, who hate stuff purely just for like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, you're just like why do you hate it so much? Like, you're like, it's one thing to say, it's not for me. It's another thing to say, it looks so fucking shit. It looks so fucking shit. It looks like, I can't believe it. Like, it looks so bad. Like, so bad. And I'm like, I heard you like the first. What's happening? Why do you care so much about this thing that's nonsense? If you don't like it, then good. But what's the, like, just a, like, monkey smash? It's just like, Jesus, man. Go fucking run. Put on some steam. With that being said, though, I did have an irrational bit of anger because the people who made Octodad made a game called like Eat Bugs or something, or Bug Snacks or something, and just something about the way the trailer was made me irrationally angry. Except I don't think it was irrational because it's made for children, and I think when you watch like children's media, well, no, because there's children's media that doesn't like talk down to you like you're like super stupid, you know. Whereas this did. That Bug's Life was just like, I hate this. If I had a kid, I would make him not play this. That's how much I disliked it. My stomach hurts. 19th century doctor. It's probably ghosts. Anyways, here's your prescription. Here's your prescription. Cocaine, the 19 whatever upper. Now it's just replaced with Adderall, which is maybe better for you, probably not. I don't know. I wonder what is better, like what is theoretically. I feel like Adderall is just cocaine without the fun, you know, which is probably good. I don't get this one as much. I get it's the PS4, but it doesn't like you really worked for it to make this make sense. But okay. Another person coming in with this, love it. The player's D&D character, the player in real life. Yeah. The player's like, listen, I want to be classy and I want to be classy. Oh, I'm playing a video game. I'm gonna everything else. Like, what do you call it? I always noticed that it was the quiet people who always had like the most, like the very quiet and polite people who always had like characters in video games who had like the biggest, like they always pick a woman, they always give her the biggest jugs, they always get the skimpiest outfit and everything is just like, you got some pent up shit, my dude. You need to fix it. Like, jeez. Me, hope everything goes smoothly for my birthday live.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Okay. Get ready to get fucking. Get this fucking. That. Frequently bought together. Programming language plus high knee socks or stockings. I don't know. Is it like you're a bitch if you learn this coding thing? Program language? I don't know. Maybe. $11 for socks? Not even like a 2-pack or some shit? What the fuck is that about? They're just socks. Okay. I mean, I probably look nice. I don't know, but geez, Louise. Sorry, ladies. You get shafted on that. All right, pun not intended. But anyways, so are you guys going the mini fridge or the Wi-Fi router? Personally, I'm going for the Wi-Fi router. I mean, hey, it just blends into the background. Not only that, but I'm getting the non-disc one, because who the fuck buys discs anymore? Especially with Corona shit happening. That has been the ultimate push to get your ass to stop buying digital or physical copies. You can buy a collector edition, that's fine. Pretty good. Pretty good. They're even facing. No, it's facing this way. I'm crazy. The controller back, like blended to the background. Sauron, fuck. Eye of Cyrus. I genuinely am fucking it up. Siron. The Eye of Sauron. Sauron. The Eye of Sauron. 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 I don't know how to say it. I know how to say it. I just not now. Not now is, I don't know why my mouth is like. Oh, look at this. Ooh, that's some shade. Also, I gotta cut my hair. I forgot to say, I usually cut it every week. Today or last week I didn't cut it, and now it's starting to get kind of poofy. Like, it's starting to do this. And I don't want that. I don't want that for me. I don't think you want that for me either. And yeah. No running. Jesus, behave yourself. Jesus, yeah. Do you like the thing of this? This is also kind of. I don't like how it's slightly bending into that. It's still bad. Anyways, lights, magic, experience, and experience ale, customer experience, analyzation. What analyst? The average dream lasts 2 to 3 seconds. Bruh, I've been going the whole ass mission. What? I just found out the average dream lasts 2 to 3 seconds. That's bullshit. My dreams last a fucking long time when I have them, which I never used to have them, and I started eating vitamins, going to sleep on like a vicious schedule. Still can't get to sleep on the time I go to sleep, but I wake up at the same time every day, and I stopped taking sleeping pills. And you've always been starting to have dreams, always nightmares, almost always. They're not like the worst nightmares. It's not like I'm getting stabbed. It's more like I have a nightmare that's like really, I have a lot of anxiety. Like I watch someone like steal, and I'm like, and that's my nightmares. And lastly, Ratchet. It's Garfield. Garfield is Ratchet's missus. Honestly, that'd be a pretty cool route if they did go that way, where they didn't like do a reboot of Ratchet and Clank, except it was Ratchet's son. Like that'd be kind of cool to like reinvigorate the series. Because yeah, I feel like with the series, I kind of don't know when to jump back on. Because there's been so many, and I've played almost all of them. I think the last one I didn't play was the reboot of the first game, but that's because it wasn't really like introducing new things specifically, you know. But I talked about this with Horizon Zero Dawn and Ratchet and Clank on stream, and I wanted to echo it to you guys just to see what you guys think here. But to me, the problem with Ratchet and Clank is that it's it always is the same thing, like where I would want a Ratchet and Clank that has like insane progression, like maybe a skill tree for Ratchet, maybe like a skill tree for Clank and how he can do stuff with Ratchet. I would want weapons that evolve but actually make it deep, like not just be like, okay, you can evolve a weapon like if you just keep using it generally a lot of the time, you know, and you don't really gain much if you've already maxed out the weapon because you have all these other weapons that you probably should max out and use. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's just the same loop that you play over and over again. Like I would love if they made a Ratchet and Clank that had a super deep progression, and maybe even like a like just a not an open world, but like giant levels, like huge levels that you actually could like go around and ping off everywhere and do quests and side quests and you build up experience. Like kind of that, like put a different premise onto Ratchet and Clank rather than it just being like it's always stunningly beautiful because it's always utilizing like their tech, the PS4 tech. And yeah, so to me, the new Ratchet and Clank is just like, yeah, I gotta do the thing that I've done 1,000 times, which is cool, but I don't know, I wanted something more. And on the topic of Horizon Zero Dawn, to me, I love that game, but I feel like that game had an issue where the progression stopped way before you even got close to doing like 30% of the stuff on the map. You know what I mean? Where yeah, like I remember like I did like. I grinded a little bit. I found out what the two like best weapons in the game were. I bought those, and then I was just kind of done. You know what I mean? And it'd be one thing if like each weapon could potentially be as good as those two, which they couldn't, because of the way like armor stripping worked in that game and like just explosive damage worked in that game. Anyways. Yeah, to me, I would love to see that in the new Horizon Zero Dawn game. Is I want like deep progression within those characters. If you're gonna have a fucking giant open world, make sure that like I don't like max out the stats and shit in my skill tree that fast. Because I want like I really want in the new Horizon Zero Dawn game for Aloy to be able to like take away the stupid realistic strings onto some of the stuff. Like we're in a world with fucking giant mechs everywhere, and there was already a feature where you could like whistle and call in your horse or your like bull or like deer or whatever you chose to ride. So clearly like that mechanic exists. So I would love in the new Horizon Zero Dawn game if you could like go down a skill tree that was literally summoning forth like a horde of mechanized monsters and pointing at something and having them chew through that thing, and then having like abilities and perks that surround that kind of premise about you being this like summoner, like technological necromancer. Like that to me is the shit that I want in a Horizon Zero Dawn game, because there's so much shit to do in that game all the time. Like there's 1,000 things to collect, there's 1,000 things to like level up, except you do it extremely quickly, and it never has enough of a difference. You know what I mean? Where like you can level up your bow to be this good or this good, you know, and it's just like they're just the same, almost the same thing, right? I want this to be this bigger progression thing where I'm like, okay, now I'm fucking here, you know. Now I have a bow that if I hit a weak point, this giant Goliath just gets dropped. You know, it's not like bing, 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 bing. Okay, finally he dropped. Or you hit one arrow that strips his armor, then switch to a slingshot that instantly breaks him because explosive damage is nuts. You know, like I want shit like that to stop. Also, it'd be cool if there were other abilities where like Aloy could hit a button and like summon nanite bots, like these nanite balls that will just seek in an enemy and just blow them up. You know, like stuff like that I really hope is in the next game, because I thought Horizon Zero Dawn did such a great job about the story. The gameplay was pretty good too, in terms of like just the different, like the weirdness of like hunting and fighting and stripping armor. That was interesting. But the gameplay duration and like satisfaction got dwindled to me pretty fast after you've already killed like 30 of the bosses, and you already kind of get the gist of strip their armor, hit the weak point, hit the weak point, hit the weak point again, and all the while being like a mile back, being fine. You know, like yeah. So I don't know. I'm hopeful for like, but the one thing that I seen in the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn was not the thing that I'm hoping for the sequel. I'm hoping to see a lot more gameplay like differentiation about like having a different build, having a different like ability mechanics, having Aloy actually be able to be like this badass, because like in reality Aloy shouldn't have been as strong as she was. She only really had like a spear and a bow, whereas if it's like no, Aloy can summon forth a horde of mechanized monsters because she actually can like hack them and win them over, and now she can point them at you and they just devour you like crazy. Then that's like, oh, now this girl's a bad bitch. This girl can like chew through armies, you know. Like I understand her power and her might, rather than just the premise of being really lucky, which is kind of the whole premise of Horizon Zero Dawn, of like the amount of times that you somehow get out of dodge because the world is just like, okay. You're the protagonist. cool, you know. Whereas if we were actually able to summon forth hordes of enemies, that would change the game entirely to me, you know. Anyways, sorry for the shorter video, guys, and a little bit of a rant for the games that are happening. Again, this is more like a timestamp in the world for me as well. Thank you kindly for your time. Let me know what you think about Horizon Zero Dawn, as well as Deathloop. Didn't talk about that, but I'm very much excited for that as well. And what you think about the new Ratchet & Clank game. I'm very, very excited for both. Thank you again, and goodbye.